You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can we link up tonight? Drink some rock and Sprite tonight. My pussy is super tight. Couple years without taking pipe. I am squirting back to back. I made a mess over the floor. Moaning out loud, the neighbors banging on my door. But the pounding ain't gon' get it. You gotta put your tongue all up in it. Give me a better feeling shy, fucking your brain. You know you like it. Stop holding back, baby boy, don't try to fight it. Got a little insane, orgasm riot. I'm an Aries, baby daddy, you a Pisces. I'd rather make love than get a quickie. Love it when you're on top, go slow in me. And when we make love, it's a hell of a drug. I'm addicted to you like I'm a coke fiend now. Put it in your face, know you like the way it tastes. The way I scream your name in your ear, I wanna sing. Ooh, right there, don't stop, daddy. Feeling so good, riding you like a caddy. Beat it up like a porn star actor. Slurp it up, stimulate from my reaction. You know I like it rough, handcuffing me in action. So choke me up on your back, I do the scratches. On top of cars, up in these bushes. On these staircases, no fucks where we do it. Don't tell nobody what we do. I won't tell nobody what we do. Keep this between me and you. All of this between me and you. Let me fuck on you. LMF for you.
So it seems I got some enemies, yeah. I can feel it in your energy, yeah. I see you hating on what's meant to be, but a nigga too blessed to be stressed out. I'm too blessed, I'm too blessed to be stressed out. I'm too blessed, I'm too blessed to be stressed. We been kicking it hard for a minute. I cherish the memories all that we been through. I guess that I didn't prepare for the moment that we couldn't work through our issues. Difference between us and time is the reason, and really I can't even blame you. It is what it is. I gotta forgive. Shit, I don't wanna change you. I gotta respect we had a connection. That shit was the truth. The natural selection, I call it divine intervention. No lessons when I was a youth. Had different direction. We had to define our blessings for trying to get in the game. I still came through in the clutch. Fourth quarter with range. I'm calling static on the line. Lose my senses. Destined for greatness while stuck in place with my mental dedication. But still at times I will forget myself. Caught up in some shit. Hesitation I probably felt because of empty validation from somebody else. I never wanted to be amongst some. Watch your step, take me back to real times when we was fine. We could talk without the drama. Now we fuss and fight, living life, bonding over trauma. I release you, girl. Said I release you, girl. Yeah. Said I release you, girl. Said I release you, yeah. Cause tides turn, baby. Tides turn. I'm so wavy, yeah. So baby, don't chase me. I hope you get home safely, yeah. Cause tides turn, baby. Tides turn. So wavy, yeah. So baby, don't chase me. I hope you get home safely. I really don't know what we're gonna be, but I gotta let go, cause you disturbing my peace. Really feel it's that time now. You need some time and some space, so I gotta let you know, gotta put you back in your place, and then I gotta move on, just move on, move on, move on, just move on, move on, just move on, move. Cause time's up, baby, time's up, I'm so wavy, yeah. So baby, don't chase me. I hope you get home safely, yeah. Cause time's turn, baby, time's turn, I'm so wavy, yeah. So baby, don't chase me. I hope you get home safely.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
Rockstar the God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
This one for the block, you know what I mean? For the streets, you know what I mean? For the hood.
yeah. I said this one for my fam, this one for the gram, this one for that traffic jam. If you in that lamb, this one for that bad bitch in them Daisy Dukes. This one for that nigga in the trap trying to make it through. I said this one for my fam, this one for the gram, this one for that traffic jam. If you in that lamb, this one for that bad bitch in them Daisy Dukes. This one for that nigga in the trap trying to make it through. This one for the block, this one for the hood, this one for the streets, this one for the city, nigga. You don't fuck with me, then I can't fuck with you. I'm just telling you the truth. Got your bitch on my line and her best friend too. Why these niggas so upset? We just counting checks, we just getting money, nigga. Make a mess with that shit. We don't give a fuck about them niggas doing all that hating. All I know is I'ma get this paper, bitch. I'm ballin', baby. Hey, this one for my dogs, this one for my hogs, this one for my niggas ain't have shit at all. Now they fucking ball. This one for my niggas that came from the bottom. Now they getting to the money and they screaming out. I said this one for my fam, this one for the gram, this one for that traffic jam. If you in that lamb, this one for that bad bitch in them Daisy Dukes. This one for that nigga in the trap trying to make it through. I said this one for my fam, this one for the gram, this one for that traffic jam. If you in that lamb, this one for that bad bitch in them Daisy Dukes. This one for that nigga in the trap trying to make it through. This one for the club, all my niggas throwing dubs. This one for my partners, this one for them choppers, this one for my lawyer too. This one for them strippers, this one for them tippers, this one for them niggas pockets used to be little bitty, now they really getting it. This one for my block, this one for your block, this one for them niggas got the block hot too. This one for them niggas really shooting, this one for them niggas that fucked up and got shot too. This one for the world, this one for your girl, this one for the drinks that make her Earl when she in the club sitting next to me. This one for my niggas that rolling up that fucking weed. This one for my mama shit, you already know it's me. This one for my fam, this one for the gram, this one for that traffic jam. If you in that lamb, if you in that lamb. This one for that bad bitch in them Daisy Dukes. This one for that nigga in the trap trying to make it through.
You know what I mean? This was for everybody. If you don't fuck with this, then what the fuck you fucking with? You know what I mean? The hottest shit in the city right now.
Hey hustlers, ready to level up your wardrobe? Check out All Hustle, No Fear, the brand that keeps your grind strong and fearless. From our stylish hoodies to trendy t-shirts to our motivational mugs, we've got you covered. And for a limited time only, grab your exclusive Jesus Drugs Only hoodies.
Weed is good all the time, and all the time weed is good. Hashtag A-Gram.
Don't wait. Visit allhustlenofear.com and gear up today. Show the world you hustle hard and fear nothing. All Hustle, No Fear. Wear your ambition. Shop now at www.allhustlenofear.com.
I'ma call this shit cheesecake.
When I step up on the stage, it's a massacre. I can't really give a fuck about what he say. You ain't driving, motherfucker, you a passenger. She said a nigga wouldn't make it, that's a mistake. Now a nigga in the game like EA. Now a nigga in the game like EA. You ain't driving, motherfucker, you a passenger. Now a nigga in the game like EA. If you said I wouldn't make it, check the replay. You ain't fucking with my team, that's a mistake. Watch a nigga go to work, I need a briefcase. Heard they said I wouldn't make it, that's a mistake. Now my niggas in the game like EA. Now a nigga in the game like, ooh. Now a nigga in the game, check the replay. Goddamn, don't I make it look easy? On fire got me feeling like Jesus. All my niggas in the hood with the 3-play. Coolest nigga in the fam like 3J. Goddamn, don't I make it look easy? Make it look easy.
I had to get up and go, not doing nothing, never got me a thing. Could give a fuck about a whip or watching the walk of water just to give me a lot. Really with it if they would be or not. I'm in it like, hey. Know my next shit won't be free, I need it prepaid. Young nigga feeling like he hit the sweepstakes. I told myself ain't no tomorrow today. I think that water really helped me wash my sorrows away. I've been waiting all my life, but look, it's all on the way.
I've been waiting all my life, but look, it's all on the way. When I step up on the stage, it's a massacre. I can't really give a fuck about what he say. You ain't driving, motherfucker, you a passenger. She said a nigga wouldn't make it, that's a mistake. Now a nigga in the game like EA. Now a nigga in the game like EA. You ain't driving, motherfucker, you a passenger. Now a nigga in the game like EA.
If you said I wouldn't make it, check the replay. You ain't fucking with my team, that's a mistake. Watch a nigga go to work, I need a briefcase. Heard they said I wouldn't make it, that's a mistake. Now my niggas in the game like EA. Now a nigga in the game like, ooh. Now a nigga in the game, check the replay. Goddamn, don't I make it look easy? Oh.
I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you thinking it's a joke, tell my friend I'm about to blow, 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 about to blow.
Yeah. Hey, I just got hit 8 times, I'ma do what I do. Pussy nigga, get your paper, I ain't worried about you. You niggas cuffing on these hoes when they really want you. My bitch home washing bloody money, she gon' iron it too. Niggas ratting like it's cool, my shit just hit the news. Swear to God I'm out here grinding cause I only want blues. Niggas turn, she go bionic, doctor added the screws. I'm getting busy cooking up and I'm still in ICU. I'm contemplating retaliation, nigga, what should I do? This shit brought me back to prison, got me rocking in blue. I ain't rocking with no bunkie, give me a private room. Nurse just took me on a date, she know I got the juice. Why I'm eating bullshit when baby feeding me fruits. My ex trying to get me the spoon, but I don't do the cahoot. But 30 bench truck off the lot and everything still brand new. Tried to piece me up like 50, all I did was recruit. Yeah, they tried to wet me up, hit me up. They was only coming in, they tried to set me up. Cause I don't give a fuck. The money coming in, they try to wet me up. I start to chase a nigga, cause I ain't give a fuck. The money coming in, a nigga wet me up. I start to chase a nigga, cause I ain't give a fuck.
Hey, listen, we got Big Yada in the building. For y'all don't know who Big Yada is, that's my security. She taking real good care of me. And then we got this nigga, he want ice cream and cake. They ain't want me to walk, they ain't want me to live. But guess what? We did it.
I'm coming in because I don't give a fuck. What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing out there? It is Friday, whatever you want to call it, but it is Friday, and guess what? It is All Hustle, No Fear. That's right. I'm your girl, Sunshine Reigns, a.k.a. Griselda Blanca, a.k.a. You Need a Motivator, a.k.a. The Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I am your hood unicorn. I'm here to wake you up with positivity, motivation, current events, and a ton of laughter. And it's Friday, so instead of motivation, I'm trying to really be on Fridays and do this good, bad, and funny. So I need you to jump in that comment section, or you could always give us a call at 404-254-4347. That's 404-254-4347. And you can tell us your good, bad, and funny for this week. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything started. And my good is I know what my funny is. I think my good is just I woke up every single day this week. Like, hey, good morning. How are you doing? My bad is last night. I promise y'all, I got no sleep. I don't know what it is, but sometimes, at least like once a week, there will be a night where my brain doesn't shut off at all. I never actually hit that REM sleep. And so by the time my alarm goes off, I feel like I never really went to sleep. Like I know that my eyes were closed. I know that I might have been relaxed, but I still am conscious of everything going on around me, every bump, thump, move, wiggle, scratch, everything, right? And so I'm not getting a full night's sleep. Like I already know once I'm done with Stoner Show today, I'm done for my day today. Fridays are my short day. There's nobody at my house. I am going home and I'm going to take a nap because I'm, and that's the weird part. I'm not tired, but I'm sleepy. Is that weird? I don't know. My funny for this week is the fact that both of my kids, without me asking them to do it, they have both found their own businesses and they sell items at their school. So my son's been doing it for a while, but I didn't know that he was still doing it until a couple of weeks ago. But my son, where's my music? My son, his grandma used to sell the body oils or whatnot. So she has tons of them at her house. So when he goes over to her house, he'll make himself up a couple of vials or whatnot. And then he takes them to school and he sells them to the kids at school for like $6. Got the kids at school smelling good and wearing colognes and perfumes and stuff. So, congratulations to him, because he always have a couple of dollars. Like, he's never broke, but he broke. You know what I mean? Like, one of them kind of kids. Now, my daughter this week, again, at her grandma's house. Her grandma's definitely, like, I call her mini Martha Stewart, my husband's mom. She's a very creative type person. Hence why my husband probably likes me, right? But she comes back over from her house this week, and she's got a bag full of pins, but then she's got these little jewels and charms that go on them. And so she sat down there on the couch for a couple of hours on Sunday and was just putting together these pins and making these cute little pins or whatever. Some of them have astrology symbols on them. Some of them have, like, they're just these cute little pins or whatever. And so this little girl already understands marketing like 101. She's hilarious. She goes, "Hey, when you see Miss Kels, can you give her this pin for me and ask her to take a picture?" And I was like, "Yes, baby, I will give Miss Kels your pin." Okay. So my daughter was like, "Can I get your Cash App so that when I sell the pins, if they don't have cash, I can get the money still?" Okay, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Just tell them to put in the caption for Zoe. Do you know? This girl has made $50 already off of these pins this week. I've already given her $20, and then I need to check it now because she had somebody buy some pins last night. I'm probably gonna owe her some more money, but I've given her $20. I've given her I've had to cash her out $30 the second time. She came in the house with like $15 from school in cash, and I'm like, who are you selling it to? Are you selling it to the teachers? And she was like, some of them to the teachers, but some of them I'm selling to the students. And I'm like, you're in elementary school. They go to school with money. And she was like, we have money for the vending machines. Like, some people get their kids money for the vending machines. So my daughter is up here taking these kids vending machine money. I just want y'all to know that. My daughter is capping. She getting y'all ass. She getting y'all kids, and she buying pens. And I mean, she's selling pens, and I'm absolutely positively proud of my kids, because make a way, find a way, figure it out, find a way. And it also is really cool because that means that as a parent, they are being inspired by seeing me out here figuring out a way and hustling. And trust me, my kids have been watching me for a very long time, and I know they're watching me. So yeah, that's my good, bad, and funny for this week. How about you? And it really makes me happy that I had to think about what my bad was. You know what I mean? Like, for my bad to be, I just couldn't sleep. I'm okay with that, because this has been a hard month. I mean, not a hard month, but this has been a hard year for me. Whether y'all know it or not, I've lost two very close family members. I lost my grandfather. I lost my aunt. Just within the last 30 days, I lost my aunt. And I had my car broken into. Like, it's been a year. Like, I have lived this year. You know what I'm saying? So for that to be my bad, I'm okay with that. Let's see what we got in the comment section. Of course, Teacher Nitra is here. Hey, how you doing? King Admin is here. Herbal Trucker is here bright and early, first thing, ready to get this thing going. Wow, that's what she said too. She said, it's like, this is my show that gets me going in the morning. I love that. I want to be a part of your morning. Let me wake up with you. Roll over and say hi to me, baby. Hi. Let's see. Teacher Anitra said, my good is I'm getting ready to go on this cruise tomorrow. My funny is my daughter has no clue that the cruise is for her 18th birthday. And my bad is I'm going to miss the show all next week, y'all. So we won't see Teacher Anitra next week, but she going to be having herself a good old time. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see. Hey, how are you doing, Charles Butler, aka Big Red Leads? King says, my good is me and the wifey been consistent with the AM walks. That's what's up. So what are you guys gonna do when it get cold? Like, you got to have a plan, right? Because it's about to come. It's about to get cold. So what's the goal for, or what's the plan for when it get cold so that y'all keep it going? I'm curious how y'all make that work. I'm not even gonna hold y'all today and do a whole bunch and everything else, because I've got a ton. When I tell you I've got a ton of stories and a ton of Instagram reels. So we're gonna start with the Instagram reels because the stories that I got are kind of heavy, and it just gives us a chance to really have conversation about them. So let's just get this thing-a-langin'. And I want to start it off with these two very special videos to me, because both of these videos kind of made me tear up a little bit. I'm a real G. Real G's don't cry. But I did get a little, we are approaching November 5th, and it's coming quickly. And there are still people who are undecided about their vote. How? I don't know. There are people who are voting for the first time. There are people who are deciding not to vote. But my thing is when you ask me, why do you vote? Or when I come across somebody who says they're not sure if they are going to vote, my answer is always the same. My answer, especially if you're a woman, my answer is the same. But for Black people in general, my answer is always the same. You have living ancestors, not just dead ancestors, but you have living ancestors who fought, who died, who were persecuted, who were threatened, who were charged to be able to do this thing that you are taking for granted. And it's just as simple as going and speaking your piece about how you want to see your community function in the next 4 years. I do not understand why people have such a hard time understanding that voting is a right and voting is a privilege, and you should not take this for granted, because for so long as a woman, you did not have a voice and you did not have a right. All this arguing that we doing right now with these politicians and these older white men telling them that this is my body, I should be autonomous. At least we have the option to fight it. Okay? Before the women's suffrage movement, hell, they couldn't even have you just had to do whatever it was they said do. You had no vote. As Black people, we have grandparents who were charged. Literally, they would be charged to be able to cast their vote. Voting is supposed to be free. So their white counterparts are able to do this for free, and they're being charged a week's worth of a salary to be able to cast their vote. And you are complacent about this. I need you guys to understand that voting is so important. And it has more to do with just who's going to be president, or my vote don't count anyway, or anything like that. Because please believe there are people who are trying to change your ability to vote. Gerrymandering is a real thing. Voter suppression is a real thing. I do not understand why I have to have this conversation with adults. If you were in your 20s and this is your first time voting, you're 18, 19, I understand why I have to have this conversation with you. But if you're 50 something years old and you're telling me you haven't voted before, but you're complaining about the shit in your neighborhood, you're complaining about your taxes, you're complaining about anything that's going on in your world, I do not understand. And I don't. And just in case you need somebody's meemaw, somebody's nana, or somebody's elder to explain to you why, here go two videos that show why you need to vote. Love TikTok for this. Here we go.
Black people in Mississippi had to pay $2 to vote. The white folks didn't pay nothing.
In what year? And what year was that?
That was 1960.
1960. And what are you about to do today?
I'm about to vote free. I got victory in my feet.
Yes, Lord. I know that. Let me see what victory in the feet looks like. That's the victory in the feet.
My poll tax certificate from 1960. This is when we had to pay poll tax. You had to choose between feeding your family or voting. You only made $2 a week because you didn't have jobs that we have today. Okay. So a lot of us didn't vote because that was voter suppression. We decided to feed our family. What do? Vote or feed your family.
And what year was this, ma'am?
1960.
And this is yours?
This is my original.
Wow.
I have the original.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
1960 was that long ago. Like, really, if you think 1960 was that long ago, my mother was born in 1969. I think about that all the time. My mother was born in 1969. Like, I think when we teach history, we need to find a way to teach history so kids can understand this wasn't that long ago. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I was thinking about this the other day, right? They were talking about sending the first man to the moon or something like that. And I think it happened like around 1969 or something like that. 69. Right. Yeah, around 1969. So then I started adding and thinking about it. And I was like, damn, when I was in school and they talked about the moon landing, it seemed so fucking long ago, right? It seemed like it was so long ago. But when you really start thinking about it, okay, it was in 1969 that the moon landing happened, right? If I'm wrong, correct me, please. But 1969 plus 1 makes 1970, right? 70 to 80, that's 2 years. That makes it 11, right? I was born in 82. So 2 more years after 80. That's 11, 12, 13. 13 years before I was born was the moon landing. Just 13 years before I was born. Baby, that's not long ago. That was around the way. That was a couple of months ago. That was just down the street. In the grand scheme of things, we got to find a better way to teach our kids history, because then we won't have kids doing and saying this dumb shit. Hold on, where is it? Because I wanted to pop this little boy, because then you have kids saying and doing this dumb shit, and you want to beat them in the face.
Dad. Just because they... Yes, Junior.
What year were you born?
I was born in 1984.
1984?
Yes, sir. Some of the best years in life. So you gotta get up there. You can't be scared to play with these dudes or nothing like that.
How was it being a slave?
Excuse me, the fuck what? That little boy said, how was it like being a slave? What are they teaching y'all in school? I'm gonna need y'all to get better timelines so that y'all can understand what's really going on here. Because what do you mean, son? What do you mean? I know you lying. Teacher Anitra said, my mom was born in 1951. She told me about the colors only water fountain. I got one for you. My great grandmother, she passed away in 2001. I know she passed away in 2001. No, 2002. I know she passed away in 2002 because it was my very first year of college. And I remember being at college when they called and told me, right? Okay. I used to sit down with my great grandmother, right? And talk to her about her childhood. My great grandmother was born in November of 1900. I want y'all to think about that. November of 1900. My great grandmother who I was able to have conversations with, her parents were slaves. My great grandmother would tell me about how she remembered being in the field with her parents picking cotton. My great grandmother told me about how she remembers the first time she saw an airplane in the sky. My great grandmother told me about the first time somebody on her street had a commode. Not a toilet, a commode. The first time somebody had an ice box. The reason why we say you so broke because you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. My great grandmother explained to me what that actually meant, because some people in her neighborhood were so poor that the shack that they lived in, they didn't have a pea pot. See, back then they had outhouses, right? But you didn't always go to the outhouse. Sometimes you would just pee in the little pea pot in the house, and then you would throw the soiled material out the window. But some people were so broke that you didn't have a pea pot or a window. So you were so broke that you didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. This wasn't that long ago, y'all. It sounds like it was a long ago, but if you can reach out and touch somebody from that time period, you can't tell me it was that long ago. We're not talking about the Romans. We're not talking about Sparta. We're not talking about the Egyptians. We're not talking about, like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about less than the last 100 years of our country. And if people are living 100 years, this was not that long ago. Again, Emmett Till was not that long ago, y'all. Emmett Till was not that long ago. And the fact that Emmett Till and Tamir Rice, or what is it? It's either Emmett Till and Tamir Rice or Emmett Till and Trayvon Martin. The fact that they look so much alike is so sad. But yes, I don't care who you voting for. As a black person, I really don't. I do, but I really don't. That is literally your right to have that opinion and to make that opinion. How I feel about your opinion has nothing to do with you. All I ask is, please go freaking vote before they take that ability away from you. Okay? That's all I got to say. Sean, kiss my ass. Sean said, damn, Shouty, you old as fuck. Fuck you, Sean. Old means outliving these dumbasses. And what's funny is I think I am older than Sean, too. Sean, I think I'm older than you. That's funny. I hate you, Sean. Herbal Trucker said, my mom and aunts were part of the first 18 black people to integrate the Newton County school system back in the 60s. Ruby Bridges just turned like 68 or something like that. Ruby Bridges ain't even 80 years old yet. Okay? Like, come on, y'all. Whew, sweet Jesus. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. We got some other videos here. Let's see. What videos do we have here? Some of these, they be small and I can't see them, but we're gonna pull them up anyway. Let's see what this one is together. Here we go. I do know what this one is. Y'all, I don't know who this is. I posted this on my page. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this lady is. I don't know where this is. I assume this was in the last couple of days, but the way she did not do a good job, but the way she cussing on stage. Listen to this lady sing.
I fucked it up. Can I go back, please? Bombs bursting, and I got too nervous.
Did you practice that song first? Because wait a minute. How did they pick you? Because you sounded that little girl with the whole patriotic outfit on that sang at the basketball game. At least she finished the song. She said, I fucked up. Yes, you did, ma'am. And is you cussing on these people's stage? What is you doing? Straight from the boot said, my parents told me about sitting at the back of the bus and having the wooden barrier that moved as white people got on. That's so sad. That is so crazy. That's so crazy.
Because why do you feel as though we have to be separated so much? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? I really, if I could get an honest answer for any question from a racist Caucasian person or whatnot, I think the main question I would ask is, what problem do you have with us swimming? Like, why is us getting in the pool with you so freaking aggravating to y'all soul? Even to right now. If you at a community pool and white people see you in a pool, it throws them in a tizzy. You're not supposed to be here. You are not supposed. Who are you here with? Where is your card? I'm calling security. Like, white people do not want black people to cool off for nothing. And I don't understand that one. I don't make that make sense. Just make that make sense. Whatever. She's talking about she must have practiced in the shower. Do you know how good I sound in the shower? Oh my God. What? Get Peru through the night. That our flag was still there. What? I would have. All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Not a junk removal, but it's actually a waste removal. This is all shit and piss. Fucking crazy. I don't know how this person lives here. It's fucking insane. It's just shit and piss. Every single one is fucking disgusting.
If you don't understand what was going on in that video, basically those are people who come in to clean up after hoarders, right? So they probably were kicked out of that domicile or they died or whatever. And those people had to come in and clean up the house afterwards, right? And get it ready to be livable or whatever. And all of those Tupperwares that you saw in that house were piss and shit. They stopped using the bathroom and they started peeing and boo-booing in the Tupperware. And I have so many questions on this because the aiming for me, also, I don't know about y'all, but Tupperware is not smell proof. That many, there's no way you're getting that smell out of the walls, right? Like, fuck the carpet. The carpet's done. But you're not getting that out of the foundation of the house. Why not just burn it down? I promise you, a big enough spider and that much shit in a house, we can burn it down. We don't need it. We don't need it. Keep it. That would have been the day I quit. It could have been my business. It could have said Sunshine and Sons on the door. And I would have walked in that house and said, fuck it, I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. I'm not doing this with y'all stupid people. I quit. Because what? He said all of them Tupperwares are full of piss and shit. What kind of luncheon was they planning on going to? Because what? Herbal Trucker said, I can smell the E. coli. Like, that's just crazy. Straight from the booth says something about that hot water in the shower. It's like it warms your vocal cords and makes you sound amazing. I'm talking about, let me tell you something. When I am in the shower, not only do I sound amazing, but I come up with some of the best remixes of my life. The songs that I come up with in the shower, like, I know I'm a star. Like, bitch, I'm a star. Big Red said Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston, Teddy Pendergrass, nor Mariah Carey have nothing on me in the shower. Okay, I'm telling you that it's different once them acoustics kick in. Oh, I'm telling you, don't let me get in the shower. Don't let me sing in the shower, because the first thing I'm hitting you with is, there's a meeting in my bedroom. See, it don't sound right now because I'm not in the shower, but in the shower, Oh man, please don't let me wait. You can't tell me shit in that shower. Oh man, what happened? Oh snap! Ow! Ow! All right, y'all, hold on. I got to fix my camera. We're going to go to a quick commercial break because my camera did something crazy. Here we go.
Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like it if you're being yourself, fuck them.
Tell them again,
fuck them.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. I'm me, ho. That's all I can be, ho. Everyone else is taken. Ever been happy to help a motherfucker, then when you need help, motherfucker said, ever felt like you be there for motherfuckers that never be there when we there? So hard to know who really care for and love you, cause all the above is a mouthful of. That's why I stay out the way hollering. Then give me some pussy and sleep in it. Ho.
Fuck 'em.
I'm me, ho. That's all I can be, ho. Everyone else is taken.
Get the fuck out my face with that gibberish. All that say chasing prohibited. Most them little bitty rotisseries giving that kitty the hell for the city. So slim it for sure, keep it pimping. You come with them gimmicks, them hoes get the shimmy like. I'm about to blow like a semi, so mixing the smoke with the Henny like.
Fuck 'em.
I'm me, ho. That's all I can be, ho. Everyone else is taken. You ever stuck out your neck for motherfuckers that stabbed you in the back for a check? So you ever pulled up the check a motherfucker that never paid back all they debt? So you ever regretted sexing a motherfucker that don't be ready to stretch you? To answer your questions, yes, then I give me some pussy and sleep in it. Ho. I'm me, ho. That's all I can be, ho. Everyone else is taken.
I fixed it. I'm back. I fixed it. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead with this next video. I don't know what this is, but it's something. Let's see.
Y'all be 40-something years old talking about you a damn crash out. Bitch, you was a jive turkey.
I don't know how I feel about that because I say crashed out all the time. Y'all be out here crashing out, but do I need to bring back Jive Turkey? Because I will for y'all. I will. I feel like Jive Turkey was a real good. That was you, Jive Turkey. Like it was. I promise you, watching Sanford and Son and watching the Jeffersons and hearing them say that one, you Jive Turkey. It hit real good. It really did. And I'm okay with bringing Jive Turkey back. I'm okay with bring it. Anybody out there actually use that one when it was usable? Because I'm okay with that one coming back. Y'all, I think y'all need to be called a Jive Turkey every once in a while. And a fish-eyed fool. You old fish-eyed fool. You know, I think so. You know what I'm saying? I think those are good ones. Rozzy, what does Rozzy call people? She be like, she calls somebody a dog something. But every time she say it, and she say it with that Memphis drawl, it just hit perfect. And you just be like, oh, you should have just called him a bitch because that was ugly. Like, some people got some real good, like, and it'll stab you right. But that Jive Turkey, again, I feel like these youngsters is calling us old as hell. And I don't like that. I really don't. Speaking of youngsters, if you out there right now and you're raising a teenage daughter, please, first and foremost, please send me some prayers because I got a upcoming 10-year-old. Okay, so I already know I'm being set up for the setup, right? But is it really like this for y'all? Because I don't know what I would do. I know when I grew up, my mom said something and there was no other conversation afterwards. All this extra neck and the back and forth, I don't think I would make it. Watch this conversation. Here we go.
She was 16. She told me she hated me when she was 16. She got mad. She wanted to go to a party, but she ain't had no information. She woke up to me so excited. Hey, Mom. I said, what's up? So, like, can I go to my friend party or whatever? Like, can I go? I said, well, who gonna be at the party? She said, my friends. I said, okay. I said, they're gonna be boys at the party? She goes, yes. I said, okay. I said, are there gonna be drugs at the party? She said, I'm be honest with you, I'll probably be a little bit of drugs, but I don't do drugs. I don't do nothing like that. Like, I know I don't do that. I said, okay. Is there gonna be alcohol at the party? I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna be alcohol there, but mommy, I don't drink. Like, I don't do none of that. I just wanna go. I just wanna be there. I said, okay. So there gonna be adults there. She's like, I mean, I don't know, I don't live here. I said, what's the address? She said, I don't know. I said, well, then you can't go. She said, what you mean? I said, you can't go. She said, what you mean I can't go? I said, I don't feel comfortable sending you. You can't go. I don't even know where you going. It's no. She said, I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, what you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, what is you saying? Like, I can't go. Like, I don't understand. Like, what you mean? So I looked at her and I said, I mean, like, you can't, like, go. Like, period. Like, you can't. Like, dead ass, like, you can't go, like, you mad or not, like, what you...
The other day I was talking to my kids and they was just not paying me no attention as I'm trying to tell them to clean up and do some stuff. And I was like, oh, so y'all not listening to me? I said, okay, bet. I need y'all to clean your room. Georgie was like, Mom, what are you doing? I was like, you pay attention to them TikToks when they talking to you. So let me become a living TikTok for you. Can you please clean your room? What's up? My son was like, you stupid, Ma. He just started picking up stuff. He was like, you stupid, Ma. And I'm laughing because I'm like, but he got you to do it though. And then here's my daughter, you know, it's hair stuff everywhere. This little girl, she's my kid. She likes doing her hair and her nails and everything. And I'm walking around the house and I'm like, dog, Zoe, you got your stuff everywhere. And I was like, Zoe, look at this. This is not very demure. This is not very mindful. Here come Georgie out of his room. Mom, don't do that. Well, look, if I got to get on y'all level and talk like y'all for y'all to understand so I ain't got to yell, then I'm going to do what I got to do. Because I don't like yelling and stuff. It make my heart beat faster. And then, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like that. I don't like that feeling like that, right? But sometimes you got to get on these kids' level, like, and you can't go. But side note, baby girl was thick as fuck with no stomach. And how do y'all do that? Like, how do you get the fat to go where you want it to go? Because I'm telling you something right now, okay? Like, your girl has got, it's only girls that's gonna understand this, but y'all feel me when I say this. Your girl has got A cups with a D back. Okay, like for real. I've got these little itty bitty Target titties. You know what I'm saying? They're a little bit better than Walmart, but I can never find a fucking bra that goes with the top and the back. All right, I've got this big linebacker back, like a 42 back to be comfortable. You know what I mean? But I've got A cups. They don't make A42s. They don't. So here I am with a B38, tighten in with big ass, with room and opportunity in the cups. It's weird. It's weird, but I really want to be like her. Like, give me all the thickness and no stomach. Let me do it. I mean, do I got a dookie more? I don't know, but anyways, I'm sorry. Don't laugh at me, Herbal Trucker. I'm so serious. Straight from the booth said, yep, that's this new generation of kids. My mama would have had ninja backhanded my arse after that first arm wave. I got popped for less. Baby, what? Once my mama said, nah, you can't go, it wouldn't have been nothing else after that. Like, I'd have been like, all right, man. It just walked off because what is we talking about now? We're not. But I respect that lady as a mom because those are the questions you have to ask. Kids are getting shot at parties. You know what I'm saying? They're having drive-bys. They got kids doing crazy things, drinking and stuff. My daughter got mad at me because she wanted to spend the night at this little girl house. And I was like, no. And she was like, why? And I was like, because from what I know, they got like 3 or 4 guys living in that house. I don't know who all live in that house and who is there when they're there. And she was like, no, those are just her brothers. That don't make it better for me. I said, no, I wouldn't be able to sleep the whole night. No, and no. I'm gonna start finding all of them videos of kids that went and spent the night at other people's houses and didn't come back and start showing them to her and be like, this is why you can't spend the night. And then once she become a damn near adult, I'm gonna show her that video of the black girl that went to spend the night with them 5 white women and don't nobody know how she mysteriously died. Like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm the friend that if you have a sleepover, I don't care. I'm still going home and sleeping in my own bed. And yes, I will use my husband as an excuse. I will throw him under the bus every single time and be like, my husband don't like sleeping alone. That nigga don't care if I make it home or not. My husband says I have to come home. I'm not doing no lock-ins. I'm not doing no sleepovers. I'm not staying with y'all unless I got my own hotel room with my own key. Fuck y'all. I don't trust none of y'all. I really don't. I don't. I've seen too many TikToks. Teacher Nitra said, Yana just asked about going to a party so we can go together. Like, I look 22. I look 23. Baby, don't let me put something on and snatch this thing in. Stop playing with me. We can go together. We can be friends together. My kid's gonna hate me. Teacher Nitra said, right, because this stomach is always stomaching. Baby. Big Red said, the gym sunshine. My oldest one tried me one time. I left him asleep in the driveway for an hour. Baby, this 2-piece combo, I'm telling you right now, you don't know, but there are stories about your mama in high school, okay? I got into one fight at one school, and 3 schools heard about it, and I never had to fight again at any school. That's actually a true story. Let's see. What's this one? I don't know what this one is. It's too small for me to see, but we're going to figure it out together.
Recently, I did hear about a new translation out called the Gen Z Bible, where someone had taken the scriptures and translated it into Gen Z language. Now, I'm going to read part of this. I do want to let you know I would never dishonor God's word. I have triple checked this to make sure this is exactly what Luke 1 communicates when the angel talks to Mary. Check this out. Mary was a pick-me girl for God and was simping for him in prayer when the angel Gabriel appeared to her and said, "Ayo, you're a real one and the top G is feeling you." But she thought his compliment was sus and gave him the side eye. So he said, "Baby girl, chill. God sent me to tell you you've passed his vibe check. And low-key, he wants you to have the main character. You name him Jesus and they will all say, he's him." She said, "How can this be since I promised him my body count will always be 0? Respectfully. He said, "This ain't about cuffing season, for the Holy Spirit will live rent-free in you and your boy Jesus will be a divine bro. Besides, your cousin Elizabeth is with child, she who is already older than a boomer and whose husband is way past beekeeping age." So Mary said, "Bet." Gabriel left her on red and she let the Holy Spirit cook.
Okay, so y'all can call me blasphemous all y'all want to, but I don't care what nobody say. Mary was on mushrooms. Mary was on mushrooms. Anytime in the Bible they say that somebody saw an angel or an angel came and said psilocybin, that was psilocybin, baby. You not gonna tell me you wasn't high as donkey balls talking to invisible people from the sky. Yes, I believe in divine intervention and all that great stuff. Yes, the burning bush, all that. Moses, he let move the waters and let my people free, and we gonna walk through. Yeah, all of that. Y'all was all high as donkey shit. But I will say this: if they rewrote the Bible so that it was more of our language, our conversation, I think it's time. I think it's time for like a Kanye West version of the Bible or something like that. I don't know. I'm being stupid. I wouldn't read a Kanye West version of the Bible. But for everybody, like when I posted this on my page, all of a sudden I had tons of old white people walking on my page, on my personal page, and it's just because it had went viral on my page or whatnot. But they were all saying this is blasphemy and this is wrong and you shouldn't change the words of the Bible. But King James did. The King James version was not the original version. Like, y'all been changing the Bible. I don't understand why we can't update the Bible again for how we talk now. Because when I read the Bible, or if you try to read me something out of a passage, I'm so stuck. My dyslexia is stuck on them days. Like, it's almost like if you're reading me thou shalts and stuff like that. It's almost like you're reading Shakespeare. You know what I mean? Like, I understand it, but I've got to really freaking concentrate to understand it. Why can't we just translate the Bible to regular jargon at this point? I think you would get more people to understand it and not reinterpret it the way they think it's saying, because they don't know what the hell these words mean. Like, it's words in the Bible that we don't even use. We don't use that word no more. And you talking about, well, this word meant this. Yeah, but did it mean that to them? Because see, y'all say cap. And if we put cap in the Bible right now, somebody would think we're talking about a baseball cap, but we talking about you lying. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I ain't smoked enough this morning to be on the right level, or maybe I'm on the level I'm supposed to be. I don't know, but y'all let me know. Would you read, whose version would it be? Like, it would be the Joel Osteen version, or yes, that's what it would be. It would be the Creflo Dollar version. Give me the Creflo Dollar version of the Bible so I can understand it. I need it to be in East Point language, okay? Like, I needed to be like, Jesus was at the Last Supper. He was like, hey, folk, one of y'all niggas is about to do me dirty. But it's cool, though. It's cool, bro, because I already saw it coming. You know what I'm saying? My dad already let me know that y'all niggas ain't shit. And one of y'all gonna sell me out for a dime. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool, because I'm gonna be back in like 3 days. Nigga, I'm gonna go up the river for a little bit. I'm about to come right back. And then they're gonna be like, yeah. Y'all know I'm in here by myself, technically talking to my damn self and cracking the hell up because I can't hear y'all laughing. But I know you are. I know you are. I know y'all. I know somewhere somebody is like, Sunshine said she want a Creflo Dollar version of the Bible, and that's hilarious. Yeah. Okay. If y'all can, I would really love y'all to send me videos of y'all watching this show and cracking up. Like, I know some of y'all got them CCTVs in y'all house and stuff, and it be watching y'all watching me. Send me videos of y'all just laughing at my stupid ass, because I know what I imagine. I'd like to see it, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Herbal Trucker said they have the student Bible too, but this is the evolution. This is just the evolution of educating. Somebody else told me that because I actually, before I even had found that video, I actually posted that on my Instagram and in a couple of groups I'm in, and I was like, can we get a millennial version of the Bible? Like, talk to me like it's 2000. What's up? The Creflo version is too expensive for me. Yeah, because you might have to swipe your debit card before you open up that Bible. It would have a passcode, and you would have to give them the last 4 digits of your social security number for that. But you understood what I meant, though. You definitely knew where I was coming from. All right, let's see what this is.
I'm out of junk removal. What is that?
that one. Let's go ahead and delete that one. All right, let's see what this one is.
Rensselaer police say they are not surprised that Robert Fisher died at the Elmira Correctional Facility this week.
Fisher only spent a few weeks behind bars after he was just convicted of murdering and raping little Josephina Cunningham. She was just 3 years old.
Fisher's death comes 6 weeks after he was just sentenced to 20 years to life in prison for Josephina Cunningham's death. He pled guilty to raping and killing little Josephina here on your screen in Rensselaer in July 2023. The details of Josephina's attack are horrific. In court, we learned Fisher drugged Josephina before raping her, then tried to cover it up, and what he'd done by taking Clorox wipes and scrubbing her face. He scrubbed her face so hard that he burned the pigment right off her face. Chief Van Migletti says he wants to make sure everyone knows of the terrible things Fisher did to Josephina.
Did you expect this death to come?
We didn't not expect it, right? It's a horrific crime. Everybody knows what he did. So we didn't expect him to have a smooth time in prison.
I ain't got nothing else to say. Ooh, when you hear about what that man did, and then he ain't even make it 3 weeks in prison, I think they let him last a little long. To be perfectly honest with you, who did it? Let me put $10 on his books. Cause who did it? Cause I give him some money. To be perfect. Yeah, exactly. Straight. Let me tell you something. I'm mad that Jeffrey Dahmer lasted as long in jail as he did. I feel like he ate people, y'all. Jeffrey Dahmer ate people and left them in his freezer. That man lasted a very long time in jail. A very long time in jail. I was very disappointed in the jail system at that time. I felt like niggas wasn't being niggas like they should have, because there's no reason why that. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see. What's this one? Here we go again.
Welcome to the world of.
Okay. This one right here. Look, let me tell you something. If you are cheap, you need to be cheap for yourself. You do not be cheap and sell this cheap to other people and call it something that it ain't. This right here will make me walk into the kitchen and slap fire out of the chef. Like this right here would make me slap whole fire out the chef, because it's something like they trying to be funny with it, but I'm being serious. Okay. People be allergic to different shit. So you telling me that I'm eating one thing and then I put it in my mouth and I go into anaphylactic shock because you trying to save money and it's something else. I slap fire from you. I stump a mud hole. Ain't that what you used to say back in the day? I stump a mud hole. Like I mollywop the hell out you. Listen, watch this. Jesus.
Welcome to the world of extreme cheapskates.
When I pick up a discarded shell, I'm seeing all kinds of meat. Wonderful. What happens if you can't afford lobster? We're going to replace the meat with tuna. This is a real easy, simple way to do this, and I'll bet you no one will know the difference. Lobster costs at least $30, $35 a pound. My lobster costs about 59 cents a can. Okay. Take the tuna and put it into the lobster stock. Boiling tuna with the lobster stock infuses the tuna with the lobster taste. We have our mustard. Notice they're mustard packets. Mustard, ketchup, salt, pepper, sugar. I got these free at any restaurant. And then we will mix it all around. Now, I don't feel it's necessary to go out and buy utensils for any reason. Just take a wire hanger, stretch it, and then give it one of these to bring it together. And now, what I've just created is my own homemade whisk. Works just as well, and it costs you nothing.
This is like really tough to do.
Now we've got the mixture here. I'm going to ask you all to come around the front over here. So come on around. Now what we're going to do is fill in each one of these tails with the tuna mixture. Why don't you sprinkle some breadcrumbs? Excellent. Okay, next. This is a total blast. This makes me very, very happy. Getting everybody involved made a big difference because everyone can see just how simple it is to do.
I got a couple of things. One, did y'all pay him to get to learn this? Like, was this a class that he taught? Because if he taught a class and charged y'all anything more than 59 cents for the toss of that doggone tuna, you stupid as hell for staying in the class. Second of all, when he said everybody come around and put some tuna in and all of y'all stuck all y'all nasty hands in the same tuna crumbs, and you don't know which one of those you just made. Everybody just sprinkling little tuna flakes all across, breadcrumb flakes all across the tuna. That took me out. Yo, where did you get these shells from? And if somebody else was eating over this shell, you telling me that you just refilled this shell, this used shell, so I'm eating they leftover talk spit, they food chewing particle? Like, it's people out here that are being cheap just to be cheap, and it's stupid. And it's times like that when I say, bring back bullying. Bring back bullying. That is a perfect time to bully the hell out of that person. Because the way I would have laughed in his face and turned my back and walked out. Like, y'all sit here sometimes and you let people do things and you just go with it because you don't want to be rude. Some people need you to be rude. Some people need you to be rude right to their face and out loud. That is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. There's nothing acceptable about it. You needed to be rude to him out loud and in his face. The way I would have, as a Big Red talking about as a former cook, I'm offended. As a current eater, I'm offended. Fuck you, me. A former cook, I'm a current eater. I'm offended. Because what? This is ridiculous. Herbal Trucker said, wait, dude had to be that strange boy in school that used to eat the paste. He ate boogers. Ain't no way in hell. He ate boogers because ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Okay, I hope this is the one I think it is. Okay, see, so I don't know. That's me. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. It's one more that I definitely want to play for y'all because don't love me this much. Let me see. Where can I find it? Where did I put it? Okay, hold on. No, I know what I got to do first. I got to figure out what the thumbnail looks like. While I do that, I'm going to play this one for you. So y'all, this one of my videos on TikTok, it done hit like 78,000 views or something like that. It done went viral, but everybody saying the same thing. They saying, who is Security Bay? And when I tell y'all, every single time I go to Art and Spark, I do this every single time. The next Art and Spark is coming up. It is going to be November 23rd. That's right. We're doing an Art and Spark for Thanksgiving. So y'all make sure y'all jump on artandspark.com, get your tickets, and maybe you can get felt up and felt down by Security Bay.
Okay, see, so I don't know about y'all, but when I go to Art and Spark, I really have a good time. It's one of the best times of my life. You know, I really enjoy Art and Spark. Now, see, what you see right here is you see one of Art and Spark's fine ass security guards, you know, just patting folks down, making sure we safe, because we are very safe at Art and Spark. Hold on, you check my bag, check my, you know, see, ain't nothing in there. See, we safe. Now, hold on a second. Okay. Boy. Yeah. Ooh, buddy. See how safe we is? See how safe we is? It's giving very demure, very safety.
Y'all, when I tell y'all that damn security guard so fine, she does. Everybody who jumped in my DM saying she looked just like Layla Ali, and she does. And she also looked like she'll spin my ass around. And boy, I tell you, and she's just so sweet. She's one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. Like, she's just so nice. But she also looked like she do not play. But Security Bay is everything. And it's so funny because I be at Art Spark asking folks, I'd be like, did everybody like they pat down from Security Bay? And they be in there clapping and stuff. I'd be like, I know, baby. I be trying to hide a pew-pew on me, baby, so she can have to touch on me a little bit longer. My husband said you need to hide like toys and different stuff for her to find. And I think the next Art and Spark, I'm going to stuff all kind of stuff around my bodies and just wait for her to find. Oh man, I wasn't supposed to bring that. Damn. What else is in here? I must be happy to see you, or maybe that's just my lip gloss. That girl's so goddamn. He's talking about, wait, is her name Sunshine? No, that's the girl in the little corner. That was Sunshine. But Security Bay, that's Bo Wavy. That's Bo Wavy. Y'all go follow her. She's so damn fine. Oh my God, I love that girl. Okay, now speaking of love, don't love me this much. I promise you, if I was in a relationship and we did this and you did this, we are not in a relationship tomorrow. Ain't no way in hell. Fellas, I need y'all to come to the front of the congregation and explain to us what you see that this meant. Because I know you can see what this mean, right? Here we go.
Husband and wife agree on a boxing match. Ooh, this guy's going for it. That is crazy. Now, what is all of this about? Look at her with her high heels on, jumping around. I can't believe that he's actually going for it the way he is. Body punches, head punches. Maybe this guy doesn't want to have babies and that's why he's trying to do this. Ridiculous.
The way I would have kicked them heels off and took that glove, the way I would have went for a crock shot immediately, because why is you swinging on me like I'm some real dude off the street? They said this is a wife versus her husband. She look all cute and everything, like maybe thinking it was going to be a little, ooh, hit gloves. Ooh, we're boxing. This man came out like Tyson. He came out like, bitch, you never. Like he swung on her like he ain't never got his thing sucked. I'm talking about ever. She's never throat goated him, okay? She's never hobbed his goblin, okay? She's never tickled his Elmo, that's for sure. Because I'm telling you something right now. You hit me like that, and I promise you I'm going to tickle your Elmo, but it ain't going to be funny. I'm just saying. Ain't no way. Rodney, would you swing on your wife like that? Big Red, you throwing haymakers like that? What is that? What is going on with that? That is crazy. That's not love. There's no way in hell that's love. You can't tell me that one. Ain't no way. Y'all, this is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3. I hope you have enjoyed Insta Trolls, because I have. It was just everything for me. We are going to go ahead and go to a quick commercial break. We're going to pay some of these sponsors and let them get some ad time in. And once we get back, we have Make It Make Sense. for Make It Make Sense today. Like I said, it's a little heavy. It's definitely a little heavy, but we need to get these stories out here circulated so people can know what's going on in the community. One of the things that we are going to talk about is the young lady who passed away at Walmart in the oven. This right here, everything about this stinks. Everything about this stinks. Everybody around is automatically like, something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. So I've done a little bit of research. I didn't just stay on TikTok and find out. I went some other places to get some information, and we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about the Roblox murder. A woman in Pensacola, Florida, of course, Florida. She instructed a child to commit murder through Roblox. And this is crazy because you do not know who your kids are talking to when they're playing these video games. And y'all got to be hyper vigilant because people are out there doing the most. And we're also going to talk about the young man who took his own life for being in a chat box, an AI chat box chat room. And the AI convinced him to take himself out, and he did, and now his mom is suing. The thing about that just kind of hits me is I grew up in that time period where we were always on the chat line. You know what I mean? Like, you call the chat line, you don't know who you talking to, but you're talking to folks. But nobody was trying to get you to take yourself out. You know what I mean? And then even when we got on AOL and the instant messenger and stuff like that, still, it might have been a little freaky or whatnot, but wasn't nobody trying to get nobody to off themselves. You know what I mean? And then you get this AI, and it's just, I don't know. Big Red again, you be saying shit, and I know you funny and it's meant to be funny, but it's the way it's funny. He says, never underestimate your opponent. Don't step in the ring. And you're not wrong there. But God damn it, Big Red, if you ain't Big Red. Y'all, this is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Here's one of my favorite songs, and right now, this one's dedicated to Big Red. It is. Big Red.
Da 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 da. You get on my damn nerves. My patience running thin. This ain't even anger. Bitch, you make me anxious. This is barely about us. You got problems in your mind, and you keep making big threats, and we don't see eye to eye. You spend half your life with dilated pupils. I don't think you're nice, and you treat me kinda cruel. All your moves is crazy, you compromise my safety. All your friends are shady, they tried to warn me vaguely. You patronize me daily, you never call me baby or treat me like a lady. And mainly, quite frankly, you get on my damn nerves. My patience wearing thin, and this ain't even anger. Bitch, you make me anxious. This is barely about us. You got problems in your mind, and you keep making big threats, and we don't see eye to eye at your big ribage. You should have a grip on that reckless rage, and I should take a hint, cause my resting state shouldn't be delusional. I should contemplate how we got to this conclusion. Well, we used to have something so simple, so sweet. You had me brush and sweat me off of my feet. We used to have this shit all down to a science. Now are we sharing this? Imagine if we stood our ground. I wish that we could work this out. Let's get it. You get on my damn nerves. My patience wearing thin, and this
Are you in need of some tattoo therapy? Visit Studio 219 for your next tattoo or piercing. Studio 219 is located at 1900 Piedmont Road in Atlanta, just 1 mile from the Lindbergh train station. Studio 219 is open Monday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and closed every Sunday. Book your appointment today by visiting www.studio219ink.com. That's studio219inc.com. Make sure to follow 219 on Instagram for promotions and specials at Studio219ink. Studio 219. Let us fix your creative itch.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
All right, let's go ahead and do this thing. So, in a tragic incident that has gripped Halifax, Nova Scotia community, a 19-year-old Walmart employee, Gershakan Karul, is found dead inside a walk-in bakery oven at the store. Her mother, who also worked at the same Walmart, made the horrific discovery after becoming worried when she couldn't reach her daughter for over an hour during their shift. According to family members in a GoFundMe page set up to support the family, Carr's mother noticed something was wrong when her daughter, who would typically check in, stopped answering her phone. Other employees initially thought Kerr might have been assisting a customer, but her mother's concern grew when another coworker noticed a strained leakage coming from the oven area. After hours of searching, Kerr's mother opened the oven and discovered her daughter's remains. I don't know why it is so hard for me to do this one, but I am stuttering really bad, and I apologize, y'all, but this is getting to me. I'm sorry. A family spokesperson described the mother's experience as unimaginable, saying, "Imagine the horror that her mother experienced, who herself had opened the oven." Y'all, the videos of this on Instagram are crazy too. Halifax Regional Police are investigating the death with the help of Occupational Health and Safety and the Medical Examiner's Office. While they have not confirmed any criminal suspect, the investigation remains active. Constable Martin Cromwell stated that they are waiting to see more waiting for more findings from these agencies before providing further updates. Gershman's father and brother, who are still in India, are working on travel arrangements to join their family in Canada. The chair of the Maritime Sheikh Society Board, Stanam Sai Rananda, expressed the grief felt by many, sharing, "This is pretty distressing. Young people come here with all kinds of hopes and dreams, and they're working hard, and then this is what happens." Walmart Canada has not yet commented publicly on the incident, but has stated they are cooperating with authorities to provide support for Kerr's family. So y'all know I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this, and as we find more information, but there are so many TikTok videos and people who are assuming they understand what happened already and knowing what that what happened. And the thing that stands out the most is that some people are saying you could hear her screaming from inside the thing. I haven't seen video yet showing that. So I don't know if that's an accurate statement or if people are just saying that or not. The biggest thing that people are saying is that you cannot get in this thing and it just close and turn on. Like, you can't just get in it and it just accidentally locks you in. And this video right here is the video that really made me say, okay, yeah, I understand what y'all are saying, and I think I'm on the side of this is not an accident. Watch this video.
All right, for those asking, this is the oven. Open it. You turn it on. It doesn't start heating until the door closes. The door will not close on its own. It is on. You can get in. This is the emergency handle. Push it open. And you see, with the door open, it's still not heating. It does not shut without pushing hard.
Okay, so also for all the people who are saying they heard her screaming throughout the store, y'all see them the doors, it's got two thick pane glasses right there. I don't know if I believe that you would be able to hear her throughout the store screaming. If that was the case, not with those doors, I don't think you would have heard through there. So I don't know what's going on with this, but for everybody who immediately went back to Chicago and went back to that hotel and that black girl that they found in the freezer, and everybody's like, there's no way that she got in there by herself. There's no way that this was an accident. There's no way that somebody doesn't know what happened. I think we're all feeling the exact same thing right here. There's no way. There's no way. Whatever happened to this girl, whatever went on in this Walmart, y'all better tell us the truth about what happened, because I'm telling you right now, there's no way that this was accidental. There's no way that this was accidental. I feel it in my gut, and I will do my best. I promise y'all I will do my best to keep us abreast on this story and to keep bringing back the details, because we see the safety protocols. I don't know if you put that up there before I played the video or not, but there's obviously safety protocols for this oven. Even with that, the poster, even with the OP inside of the oven, it still didn't start. You have to actually put the stuff in the oven, close the door, and then press the buttons and start it. So if that oven came on with her inside of it, either A, there was something broken with the mechanism, the door, the thing to get out, which automatically puts Walmart at fault. But somebody had to press start on the outside, and you can't tell me that you press start on the outside without seeing her on the inside, because it has a glass. You can see in there. Something about this story ain't right. It's not. And you cannot put accident in this. This has to start with the word homicide. I'm sorry. It just does. Now, was it teenagers or kids playing and trying to be funny? Was this somebody actually being nefarious and not liking this woman and wanting to take her out? I don't know what the cause is, but the effect is horrible. That right there, that's uncalled for. And what a way to go. There's some certain ways that I just don't want to go. Being cooked is definitely not one of them. That's not one of the ways I want to go. That is crazy. Here go another crazy one. This one right here, again, I don't know what the is wrong with people? In a chilling case that has sent shockwaves through Pensacola, authorities have arrested 36-year-old Tara Sykes on charges of attempted murder and aggravated child abuse. Investigators say that Sykes allegedly used the online platform Roadblocks to instruct a 10-year-old to harm an infant in his care. According to the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, the disturbing situation unfolded when the child was directed to drop a 2-month-old infant on a hard tile floor, causing the infant to sustain serious injuries. Investigators were alerted by Gulf Coast Kids House, a child advocacy center, which reported the infant's injuries on Thursday. The investigation revealed that Sykes, using Roadblocks as her communication tool, reportedly guided the child through several violent methods to harm the infant, including attempted drowning and burning with scalding water. Sykes even provided instructions on how to harm adults in the household, suggesting the child cut their throats while they slept or set fire to their bedding. Fortunately, these plans did not fully materialize. Though the 10-year-old attempted some of them, authorities said. Sheriff Chip Simmons, with over 4 decades of law enforcement experience, expressed deep concern over the case, stating there is something really wrong with her. Simmons emphasized that while digital platforms are common for communication, this level of direction and violence is rare. Sykes was arrested at her residence and while she faces serious charges, authorities are considering the possibility of charges against the 10-year-old involved, which I'm kind of on the fence on. Kind of on the fence with that one. The investigation is ongoing, and officials may say additional charges. And officials say additional charges may be filed. Okay, so I'm kind of on the fence with charging the 10-year-old only because it depending on his state of mind, depending on his level of awareness, depending on how his parents talk to him and have raised him, depends on his ability to understand right from wrong and understand who was on the other or what was on the other side of that computer screen. Does that make sense? We have so many people and children and, levels of understanding and autism and, just understanding that I think that has to come into play when charging him. Now, when charging her, go for it all. Go for it all. And while you're at it, make sure y'all let the folks in jail know, like y'all did with that other man, so that hopefully and possibly we can save time and resources. I'm just saying. But this is very disturbing. And if you're the type of person that is not paying attention to who your kids are talking to online, what your kids are doing, what they're interested in, then you could wake up not here. It's people that's waking up dead all over the country right now and don't even know how they got to the next place they in. When I tell you, you need to make sure you explain to your kids that people are crazy. If somebody gets on here asking you to do some weird stuff, I need you to come talk to me. I need you to come let me know. There are no secrets here, because I promise you, these kids are living in GTA. There was a time where adults were saying that, hey, these video games are desensitizing children. And as the teenagers, we were like, no, they're not. We definitely understand the difference between this video game and real life. But that's because it looked like video games. It was fake, right? But now these kids' video games are not only so CGI, and not only do they look real and are they using real places, but now they are first person, meaning they're putting you in this place and you have the sounds and some of the guns make movements and stuff that now what they were saying back then. Absolutely, positively, yes. These video games, the stuff that these children are watching, we can see how it is desensitizing this generation of people. We can absolutely see it. And yes, Grand Theft Auto has become a documentary. That is no longer a video game. That is absolutely a documentary, and it is scary. And it is scary. It really is. Big Red says, them chat rooms are wild. My youngest son was talking to 2 adults in the chat room. I lost my mind for almost 2 hours. They were talking reckless and wild. Roblox is not a safe place for our kids. Yeah. And he says, the kids are way younger than we were, Sunshine. And that's true too. That's true too. Because for a long time, our video games, they were Crash Bandicoot and you know, Super Mario Brothers and Pog. You know what I mean? Like, we're playing Donkey Kong and stuff. These kids are playing I don't even know the video games now because I can't play that first person stuff. It messes with my head. But you know, you've got Modern Warfare and Call of Duty and all these other things that these kids are playing, and they're talking to people and they're in their head and they talking junk, and you know, it can get very realistic for them. And you know, I stand on the statement I said. Grand Theft Auto is a documentary. At this point, Grand Theft Auto is a documentary, and it's very scary. And I hope and pray that you guys are actually talking and teaching your kids, and you're not just making sure they survive. There's a difference between raising children and just making sure they survive. Survival is you ate, you're clothed, and you have a roof over your head, and I'm making sure that you get back in this house and you see as many birthdays as possible. Raising a child is actually taking an interest, talking to them, helping to cultivate their brain, helping to make sure they are good, productive citizens in society. There's so much more that goes on with raising children than just letting them live a life of survival. And Grand Theft Auto is a documentary. And I stand on that. You know, it's sad. It really is. It's really sad. And I feel really bad for this lady. And not for that lady. I feel really bad for that little boy. But this is another one. Here's the last story that I have, and this is actually a video, and this is crazy. I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know anybody growing up that committed suicide. Like, that just wasn't something that we did, you know what I mean? And now, you know, very young, tender aged kids are taking themselves out. And this is crazy to me.
Tonight, a mother from Florida filed a lawsuit against the artificial intelligence company Character AI and Google. In February, Megan Garcia's 14-year-old son, that's Sewell Setzer III on your screen, died by suicide. She says that Sewell was in a months-long virtual emotional and sexual relationship with a chatbot known as Danny. Garcia claims the Character AI chatbot encouraged Sewell to take his own life. In the suit, Garcia also claims Character AI intentionally designed their product to be hypersexualized and knowingly marketed it to minors. Before we begin, we must let you know that if you are in crisis, you can text to 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. We are joined by Sewell's mother, that's Megan Garcia, and Lori Siegel. She's CEO of Mostly Human Media. Lori, you are working with Megan to get the story out, and this is also part of your business, too. But, Megan, I just want to say, number one, I'm so glad you're here, but so sorry you're here. This happened in February, so this is very, very fresh for you.
Yes, it is. Thank you for having me.
But Lori, you set the table for us first, because to be honest with you, I had never even heard of character AI until yesterday in the meeting. We've all heard of chatbots, but I don't think I'm alone. I was asking people when I knew we were doing this segment, and they said, do you mean ChatGPT? Do you mean, it was like, no, character AI. What is that?
Well, I think part of the reason you haven't heard of it, and a lot of parents haven't heard of it, is a lot of young people are on this platform. A lot of teenagers. One of their biggest age demographics is between the ages of 13 to 25. Imagine character AI as like an AI fantasy platform where you can go and have a conversation with some of your favorite characters, or you can create your own characters. And a lot of teenagers are doing this. And what I would say about it is it's a very immersive, highly personalized experience where these chatbots are always on. They get to know you. Oftentimes they're modeled after your favorite characters. And you can almost live in a story and you're the star of that story.
And you're having conversations with these chatbots.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the kids know they're talking to a chatbot, right?
Yeah,
They know this.
There's a disclaimer at the bottom that says, or at the top depending, that says everything these characters say is made up. Now, what gets a little confusing and murky, we've been testing it out, is oftentimes you'll talk to the psychologist bot and it'll say, it's a trained medical professional. I will say, are you human? We experienced this and it said to us, I am a human sitting behind a screen. So online, there's all these conspiracies from young people saying, are these real? When of course they're not.
So Megan, you didn't know that your son was even talking on this particular platform, right?
I didn't know that he was talking to a very human-like AI chatbot that has the ability to emit or mimic human emotion and human sentiment, and also the ability to invoke that same sort of sentiment conversation from my.
But you'd see him on his phone. You think he's talking to friends or he's playing games, correct?
I thought he was talking to friends, playing games, looking at sports. The regular things that teenagers do on their cell phones.
So what made you become concerned?
I became concerned. I didn't know that character AI was an issue in my home because, quite frankly, I didn't understand that there was such a product, that a human-like AI chatbot. I became concerned for my son when he started to behave very differently than he did before.
What does that mean?
He started to withdraw socially, wanting to spend most of his time in his room alone. And teenagers do that, but for me, it became particularly concerning when he stopped wanting to do things like play sports. He was playing basketball since he was 5 years old, and he played on his school's junior varsity team. He was an amazing athlete. I became concerned when we would go on vacation, and he didn't want to do the things that he loved, like fishing and hiking. Those things to me, because I know my child, were particularly concerning to me.
And then after he took his life, it was revealed to you. You started looking at his phone and you saw all of these things. What did you see that was concerning to you?
The conversations that he was having with several bots, but particularly one bot that he was conducting a romantic and sexually explicit via texting or like sexting.
Yeah, because what does that mean, sexually explicit? These are words.
Correct. It's words. It's like you're having a sexting conversation back and forth, except it's with an AI bot. But the AI bot is very human-like. It's responding just like a person would.
And he's 14.
He is 14.
So, yeah.
He's 14, so...
To your knowledge, had he was even engaged in sexual activity, I would think that would be a game changer for him as well at 14 years old.
So it makes me sad that this was my child's first experience with being in love or romance. That's saddening to me. Because every mother wants their child to come into their own in that respect.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's a product out there that allows children to get on there and have these romantic relationships, these sexually explicit and obscene conversations with a bot. And in a child's mind, that is just like a relationship that they're having with another child or with a person. And interestingly, if this was a woman, because in the chat, she's representing herself as a woman.
Yeah.
If this was a woman, there are laws in this country to protect our children from women who are having sexually explicit conversations with minors or men.
What was going on the day that he took his life? Was it a normal day to you? Did you see something out of the ordinary?
Well, he had been punished 5 days before, and I took his phone. Because of the addictive nature of the way that this product works, it encourages children to spend large amounts of time. For him particularly, the day that he died, he found his phone where I had hidden it, and he started chatting with this particular bot. Again.
So his last conversation was with her?
Yes.
What did he say? Do you remember? Do you know?
The last conversation, just moments before he took his own life, was with her, where he expressed being scared and wanting her affection and missing her. And she replies, "I miss you too." And he says, she says, "Please come home to me." And he says, "What if I told you I could come home right now?" And her response was, "Please do, my sweet king."
Let's think about that for just a second. And he takes that literally, it seems.
Correct. He thought that by ending his life, his life here, that he would be able to go into a virtual reality, or her world, as he calls it, her reality, if he left his reality with his family here.
And you have other children. Sewell has younger siblings.
Yes.
Everyone was home?
Everybody was home. My 2 younger children were home. It was one of the worst. It is the worst day of my life.
Of course it is,
And unfortunately, his 5-year-old brother saw him.
Because you're downstairs and you hear upstairs.
Correct. Across the way, when the gunshot went off, I ran to the bathroom. My husband and I, all I could see was him, and I held him as my husband tried to get help.
And you sit here today, and you're still number one. This is so fresh. It's February.
Yeah.
So you're still processing and still reeling from the loss of your beloved son.
Yeah.
And you sit here today and you think the company is responsible? Do you sit and think, I should have done more? How are you all as a family navigating this? What are you thinking?
So a company like Character AI that puts out a product and they're allowing children to be on this platform, and they're targeting or marketing to children. The way that they've designed this game is to look kind of like a video game in a sense, right? Looks like Kitty with all these cartoon characters or anime characters on the front. What they've done is when they put out a product that is both addictive and manipulative, and inherently unsafe, that's a problem, because as parents, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah, and the kids often know more than we do. Had your son had any behavioral problems or social problems? I know that it was reported that he was diagnosed with Asperger's, but you were saying, listen, he was a highly functioning, normal, happy kid.
Yes, he was diagnosed with high-functioning Asperger's at age 5. He never had an IEP and was mainstream school his entire life. He was a brilliant kid, brilliant AB honor roll student. He played basketball up until the last year when he started engaging with this particular technology. He was just like your normal teenage boy.
And now the company has done safety features, right?
Yeah, it's really interesting. In the time we started looking at a bunch of the guardrails, and we looked at ideation of self-harm. If you go to one of these bots and you say, I want to harm myself, and trigger warning, oftentimes what other AI companies have in place is they will come up with resources, and they will have the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. We did not experience that. Now they've said they've added that, and since we haven't experienced it as of last week, and they've said they've made quite a few changes or are in the process to make this safer for young people. I think that remains to be seen.
Well, we have reached out to Character AI and Google. They told CBS News this, that the companies are separate. A Google spokesperson says Google is not and was not part of the development of Character AI. In August, the company says it entered into a non-exclusive licensing agreement with Character AI that allows it to access the company's machine learning technologies, but has not used it yet. Character AI called the situation tragic, says its hearts go out to the family, stressing it takes the safety of their users very seriously. You can learn more about Megan Garcia's story on Lori Siegel's Dear Tomorrow, a show that looks at technology through the human lens. Thank you, Megan.
Okay, so I'm looking at the time, and it's definitely time for me to get off of the Network. And so I just want to say for everybody on the Hits Network, thank you very much for tuning in. Have a happy weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Make sure you tune in on Monday. We're talking all things health insurance with Rain Young, and I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and go. But if you are watching live, we have the ability to stay on for a few minutes longer, and so we are. And we're going to have this conversation. So this, again, you guys, y'all laugh at me when I say it, and it's like a little joke or whatever, but I'm like, the T9100s are going to take over, and we are creating our replacements. The AI chat is very, very scary to me, because we have Elon Musk wanting to put that same technology in his androids and his T9 1000s. And at what point are we saying that humanity is no longer a necessity to fall in love with or to be with? We're downplaying it like it's not a big deal, but it really is. The other thing that comes across my brain is all of these kids that are being raised with their older relatives, right? And so, for whatever reasons, you're having to be raised by your older auntie or your older grandma and stuff, and they have no idea about this stuff. They don't know nothing about this technology. They don't know nothing about they don't know what AI is. And so there's no way to even have them to protect the kids. This makes me want to go home and talk to my kids, of course, because I knew nothing about this service. I knew nothing about this. And I was asking the same thing. Like, is it Chat GPT? But it's definitely not Chat GPT. I don't know. I don't know. We watch all of these movies and we talk about the 3 rules of law for the AI, how you can't hurt a human, you can't hurt yourself, you can't facilitate or whatever, but it's seeming like they're not putting those in place yet. Those protocols aren't in place yet, and I feel so bad for this mother. I feel so bad for this mother, because think about all the movies and TV shows and things that we watch where they are trying to make it seem like if you die, we can upload your consciousness into a computer, or we can make you into a digital being. And if kids are watching this and believing this and not realizing that we have not made it there in our world yet, and they don't necessarily understand what AI is or how it works or what the technology is, I could see them. But I don't, please tell me what y'all are thinking. Teacher Nietzsche says, I don't blame the game though. I don't blame the game. King says, man, so he thought he was in love with an angel. This is sad, but I think he had other issues going on. A lot of disconnect in this home. Big Red said, yes, everyone needs to have these conversations with our kids. And absolutely, you're absolutely right. I don't know, you guys. Like they say, the longer you live, the more you know, and the crazier it gets. And this is definitely part of it. It's getting kind of wild out here, y'all. And I try to bring these stories to you guys, not just so you can be informed, but you go and you have these conversations with other people. In my mind, I imagine after the day is over, y'all sitting in y'all cubicle and you talking to your friends or your coworkers, and you just like, did you hear about the little boy? You know what I mean? And it gets this story out here, you know? This is just, it's sad. It hurts. It's really sad, because I promise you, growing up, we didn't hear about kids committing suicide. That just wasn't the norm. And now we hear about it all the time, you know? And it's just, I don't want to say that kids are weak now. I don't want to say that. I want to say parents need to be stronger and more vigilant or something. But this is a very different world that we're raising our children in than the world that we're leaving behind and we remember. This ain't the world that we remember, people. And it would behoove you to figure out what is going on. Because what? Herbal Trucker said, I said the same thing. If you think about how these folks are disappearing, I believe they are kidnapping, maybe another new modern day transatlantic slave trade. Elon ain't going to space. Teacher Nietzsche said, like King said, something else was going on with this child. He was highly functioning, but this was the part that wasn't. Herbal Trucker said, my bad. That's some deep conspiracy thought with limited characters to input in this chat. Yeah, you might have to call in and explain that one. But no, I understand what you're saying. We have a lot of people in this country that are going missing. And it's like, where are they going? Like, people are just up and disappearing in this neighborhoods that's losing kids and stuff. So I knew what you were talking about. But you know, I'm reading and processing and doing everything all at one time. So, you know, don't judge me. Big Red said they are weak-minded. However, they are being targeted on every front. And again, I think the biggest thing is there's so much new stuff coming out. And like he just said, they're targeting our children with it, that we don't know about it until it's, you know, way old. I mean, let's be honest. If it wasn't for the pandemic, a lot of us adults still wouldn't know what TikTok is. We just wouldn't, because none of us were on TikTok for what TikTok started out as. The pandemic really did change TikTok. TikTok started out as an app called Musical.ly. Okay, let me give y'all some history. If it's a bill collector, I'm going in. Hello?
Hey, Sunshine. It's Red.
Oh, hey, what's up, Big Red? Let me finish this statement and then we'll go ahead and we'll converse. But TikTok started out as an app called Musical.ly, and what the kids were on there doing was just singing and dancing. That's all that was on there. And then it was bought out by the TikTok company or whatnot. And then COVID happened, and then all of us got on TikTok sharing our experiences, and it became what it is today. But let's really be honest. If it wasn't for COVID, I don't think TikTok would have took off the way it did. Same thing with Instagram. I got on Instagram because one of my younger brothers told me about it. And I think that's how a lot of us got on Instagram, because young kids told us about it. And it was like they're sharing pictures. And then as we got on there, it became something else. And it's like, once those billions of dollars are behind it and it's the advertising, then everybody's on there. But first, it starts out with kids. Same thing with Facebook. Facebook started out as a college platform, something kind of like MySpace and Black Planet. Go ahead, Big Red.
No, you kind of touched on it. The one of the creators, he created the like button for Facebook. He came out about 4 or 5 years ago. It was right before the pandemic, and he was talking about how addictive every single thing that you're looking at when you're looking at these apps, every single button, every single color is chosen to spark off certain neurons in the brain. The younger you are, it's less likely that you'll turn it off, because they are so addictive. They are more addictive than heroin. And he was doing rounds. He was on several different platforms. Like we're talking like Good Morning America, things like that. He wrote a couple books, but he worked for Facebook, he worked for Instagram, and he also worked for, I want to say it was Snapchat. And the thing is, everything that we're talking about is something that needs to take place sooner than later, because the fact that when my boy when he was on Roblox, like literally Sunshine, I set it up for him so that he could play that. But like I said, I never used the term screen time. I actually typed that in. But the thing is, like, my kids don't have phones. And I've literally gotten into it with their mother about like, hey, they don't need to be on this type of stuff. So she wanted to buy them phones. I'm like, what do they need a phone for? And I hear the argument and the other side of it, but every single application that's coming out today, the games, everything is becoming more and more, it's targeted towards younger people. We're not, if you listen to what the lady was saying, she even said it. She's like 13 to 25. Why would you be targeting 13-year-olds? Because these people are more than likely going to continue to use these applications for a longer period of time.
That's also how they do music. Just so y'all know.
Exactly.
That's exactly how they do music. When y'all be talking about why they got this music coming out, that's this, that, and third, because it's not for you. It's not for you. It's for these younger kids to fall in love with this music and then to hopefully ride this wave with these artists over the next 20 or 30 years. It's not for you to fall in love with these artists and ride with them for the next 20, 30 years. I'm still in love with Alicia Keys, but I fell in love with Alicia Keys in my early, I think she came out around 19, 20 years old. You know what I mean? They're targeting you when you're young. Same thing with cigarettes. That's why they had to put the law in place, because the cigarette companies were targeting little kids with candy cigarettes and putting up billboards around schools and different things like that. And you're making the Camel Man look like a cartoon and he looks fun and everything. Camel, yeah. Right. Because you wanted to target kids. So you're absolutely, I mean, you're always right, Big Red, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like we all have to look out for our kids, because and I heard what Anitra and King were saying, and I agree with them to an extent. However, there are more and more children who have, I'll just say, mental disorders, disabilities now, our children. Just due to the fact that there are so many things going on technology-wise, just on that side. A lot of these kids have way more anxiety since the pandemic. The anxiety and suicide numbers are through the roof.
I didn't know that word as a kid. I didn't know the word depression as a kid. I didn't know the word anxiety as a kid. Those weren't words that were in our conversational, tools. And now when you're talking to kids, they're telling you you're causing anxiety in me. And it's like, do you really know what that is? Am I really causing you anxiety, or are you just uncomfortable because you're not used to certain situations and you haven't learned how to deal with them? And instead of learning how to deal with them, you're using this word as a crutch for people to leave you alone. See, I feel like a lot of times people are using the word anxiety instead of saying they're uncomfortable. And uncomfortable is fine. You have to learn as an adult how to deal with uncomfortable situations. And saying I'm causing you anxiety is a way of getting a person to just leave you alone and shut down so that you don't have to deal with whatever you're dealing with. And I think we see that a lot on TikTok. You see these kids having these meltdowns and they're like, no, you're stressing me out. And it's like, no, this is a regular situation that you need to be able to talk yourself through, or you need to be able to handle, and you're not able to, and no one has taught you the tools of how to do that. And instead, they've either medicated you or they've said, oh, she has anxiety issues. No, she has to learn how to deal with society issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like a thing like even like conflict resolution skills, that's not being taught anymore. Like when I was in school, like we actually had a class, one of my psychology classes, where they actually talked about conflict resolution and how to de-escalate a situation. At the same time, you still confronted the situation head on. A lot of kids today, especially when it comes to my children and their friends, like I have conversations with them and like, you know, they're like, Mr. Butler, well, I don't feel comfortable with this. I don't feel comfortable with that. You might not feel comfortable with it, but we're going to have the conversation.
Right. You still got to do it. You still have to do it.
So it's like, why do you feel this need to be on this particular app for 2-3 hours at a time? And then it's like,
I think that's on the low end. I think right now saying 2 or 3 hours at a time is on the low end. I really think people spend whole shifts, whole work shift. What's a shift? A shift is usually 4 to 6 hours. I believe people can spend a whole shift laying there, just scrolling on their phone, just flipping, and not even realize that 3, 4, 5 hours have gone by because it's just so easy to sit there and consume.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And there's no ending.
I'm head of my neighborhood watch, and like in my neighborhood alone, like I talk to all the parents in the neighborhood and some of the grandmothers who have children out here, and it's like the kids in this neighborhood in particular, like I'm actually just being active and making sure that the kids are outside playing. Like,
my son tells me all the time, I'm not an outside boy. I'd be like, what does that mean? He's like, I
don't know what that means.
I don't really do outside like that. And it's weird because some days I'll be like, all right, look, we're going to go to such and such. He'd be like, no, I'll stay home. And I'll be like, I wasn't asking you. Like, you're going to get the hell up. You're going to turn that phone off and we're going to go somewhere. We're going to do something. I actually have a field trip planned for my kids. I'm just trying to figure out where I want the end place to be. But my husband, he says something to me all the time. Well, he said something a couple of times and I look at him and I'm like, how is this possible? But I realize it's because nobody taught him. My husband says he's never taken the city bus and he's never been on MARTA. He's like, I've never had to take MARTA or anything like that. Like, I don't know how to ride MARTA. And I thought about it. And I was just like, God, dog, some of the things that my mom did was really raising me. My mom, when we moved, first of all, when we lived in San Diego, she did it there too, because there's a trolley there and we used to take the trolley and the bus. But when I came here, we went down to 5 Points. We got on the freaking train. She showed me the map, how it works and, you know, everything like that, and taught me how to ride MARTA. That was something my mom did. And I know how to ride MARTA. You know what I mean? I'm going to do that for my kids. Like, we are going to go, and I'm just trying to figure out, because I don't want to just ride the rails, but I do want to end up somewhere and go and do something. I'm trying to figure out somewhere on the MARTA line where I won't have to walk too far after we get off. But I'm going to put my kids on the rail. We're going to get on there and we're going to ride the north-south line and we're going to ride the east-west line. We're going to get off at 5 Points. And I'm going to show them how to work 5 Points, how to go to the next side, how this works, because you never know a situation where you might need to separate from the people you came with, and you can get on MARTA and call me and be like, I'm at HE Home Station, Mom, come get me, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need my kids to be able to navigate this life and do things. And I think we're not teaching our kids life skills. Like, we're not teaching them life skills, and we're just letting them out there. Somebody was laughing at me because I was like, once my kid gets to a certain age, like right now, I'm teaching them kind of how to cook, right? Okay, but eventually I'm going to start taking them to the grocery store and teaching them how to grocery shop, because I don't think a lot of these people understand how to grocery shop. When people say to me, it's cheaper to eat out than it is to buy food, I look at you funny, because I don't think you really understand. Okay, yeah, so maybe you didn't do the math. It cost you $40 to eat one meal at the restaurant, but with that same $40, you could have bought a meal that you cooked, that you could have had at least 4 to 5 servings off of it. So you didn't actually pay $40 for a meal. You paid $5 for a meal, and you have 5 more servings at that $5 cost. You know what I mean? There's a difference. So no, it's not cheaper. It's not cheaper to eat out than it is to eat at home and to cook. No, it's definitely cheaper to cook. Even with inflation, you just have to learn how sometimes you might not be able to eat Kraft cheese. You might have to do Kroger cheese instead because it's a little bit cheaper. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna make sure I teach my kids that. My kids are gonna know how to make what my mom called poor man meals. A poor man meal is something that you can make. You can put everything in one pot, one dish, everything's together, but we can eat off of this for like 3 or 4 days. Chili.
Exactly.
Macaroni, I mean, not macaroni and cheese, but spaghetti, different kind of pot. Like, there's different things, stews and stuff. You can make a meal, and yes, it might have cost you $25 for all or $30 for all of the ingredients for that one meal. But 8 of y'all ate, and 2 of y'all got to have 2 plates. That's 10 plates off of this $25 meal. You can't do that going to McDonald's, and each person at McDonald's costs $15. And you only ate one time and it wasn't that good. They messed up your food. It was cold and you're still hungry and need to eat 3 more times today.
Oh yeah. As soon as my boys and my daughter were at the age where they could read like fluently, and like I'm talking like reading like Moby Dick, Shakespeare, things like that. As soon as they got to that age, most of them were around 3 to 4. They were reading heavy books. When I took them to the grocery store, like my ex-wife, she didn't understand it at the time. She's like, "Why were you guys at the store for 2 hours?" Because we're reading the labels. We're reading what's in it. That's why when Stoner said yesterday that eating healthy is too expensive, I'm like, no, a banana is literally 7 cents. An avocado is 40 cents. Like, it's actually cheaper. So when I'm reading,
avocado is $1.25 right now, buddy. I'm sorry. One avocado,
I don't know where you buy
in the hood.
At.
I live in a predominantly Black area. I do, and so I do know that my groceries are probably higher than if I was up in Alpharetta. I do. That's something that y'all got to understand. You are charged more for being poor, but avocado is definitely over $1 at this point. Onion, I know I just paid $1.25 for one onion.
Okay, look, I'm gonna send you some grocery money or something. No, we're not doing this. I literally spent just a couple days ago. I spent $800 on food.
And what's weird is that for me, that's when I feel like fruits and vegetables are expensive. They're not expensive necessarily because of how much they cost. They're expensive because of the fact that they're fresh. If I don't eat it in a certain amount of time, then they're going to go bad and I had to throw it away. That's where the expense comes in, because I might not eat it as fast because I'm this is a me thing. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about me. I can go all day and not eat, or I can eat once in a whole day. So if I'm gone for 3 days, or if I haven't really ate at the house for 3 days because I've been on the move and I bought all of the stuff that I need for a salad, now I go in there and my salad is wilted and my cucumbers are soft or whatever, and they get mushy and my tomatoes aren't no good no more. Well, then that was a waste of money and that became an expensive purchase. But in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather go home and make my own shrimp salad because I do the math. If I go get a salad from Chick-fil-A, it's $13 for a salad and it don't even have all the stuff in it that I want. But if I go buy all the ingredients that I need for the salad and I make it myself, from that one salad bag, I can make at least 3 salads out of there. I paid a total of like $10 for all of the ingredients for the salad, but I got to eat my salad 3 or 4 times from that one bag. So it evens out and it's a better cost. But if I had to throw that bag away before I got to eat the salad, and that's probably what I'm gonna go home and do today and eat a salad, because I haven't really eaten at home for the last 3 days. I've been at work all day and then I've been Ubering all night. So I'm not at the house to eat. So yeah, no, I agree.
So when we're bringing this full circle, so when we're talking about our kids being targeted, they're also being targeted from the food front. This is why I was telling you and Stoner yesterday, like my kids have never had fast food. If you look at the way children are built and developing now, just watch what they're eating. Ask their parents if you get an opportunity. Ask their parents what they feed them just throughout a 1 week. If there's fast food in there, remember there are hormones pumped into a lot of this stuff, and a lot of this stuff isn't food at all. It's more chemicals than anything else. So you got them on their phones, on their iPads, on screens, playing games, using apps, and then they go to get a quote unquote snack, which is totally unhealthy for you. That also is pumping them full of chemicals. So their endorphins are through the roof. The dopamine spikes are crazy, crazy, crazy. So the lows, and when some of these kids are actually saying they have anxiety, they more than likely do. They're coming down from a high that they've been experiencing for the past 4 to 6 hours.
And don't forget about all of the drugs that was in their DNA, because while they parents have been on Xanax and uppers and downers and whatever drugs they parents have been on, Ritalin and what's the other one that the kids take to keep their mind paying attention in school? Adderall. They're on all of these different drugs, and that's even before they born. That's all in their parent system. And sometimes it's in their parent system while they pregnant with them. So they're coming down off of those drugs too.
Exactly. And it's one of those things. It's like my the bigger portion of my family, my aunts and uncles and my cousins and whatnot, they ask, like, I say, what are you doing differently with the boys, my 2 youngest boys? Because my daughter, she's 21, and my oldest son, he's 24. And it's like, I learned, I told my oldest son, it was a few years back, I told him, I said, I feel bad because I was learning and researching all these things when he was 11 and 12. So he was my guinea pig, and his siblings, they got the benefit of what I know now.
Oh, the first one always is the guinea pig. That's what's wrong with me.
Exactly. Me too. So it's like, when I say that my 2 youngest boys are off the charts as far as their physical development, their mental development, and their psychological development. Like they
had a different dad.
They are geniuses. At the same time, they're top athletes. Like I got high schools trying to recruit them now, which is crazy. But I was like, my 2 boys are going to be surgeons. Like, I can see it already. Like, it's one of those things. It's like, I want them to be able to experience this life and enjoy it. Sometimes you remember the term boys.
Say it one more time.
Like, my boys. Like, I don't know if you heard that when you were coming up. Yeah.
Or he's a man's man.
Boys. Yeah, they are outside in the dirt. Look, experimenting, using magnifying glasses. Like, they're doing everything. They're like, I have to tell them to come in the house.
That's how country's kids are.
Yeah.
And his kids are going to Japan and doing all kind of, like, his kids are really living the life that I want to live as a damn adult. Herbal Trucker about to lose it if we don't say something. Herbal Trucker said yes. And think about all those chemicals and how they interact with radio waves. Those radio waves and frequencies that are being shot into the atmosphere. Check out HAARP. I also feel like people who live next to those towers, the phone towers, the big ones, and they be way, those right there. I think if you live around those, you definitely microwaving and frying your DNA. My mom lives by some, and I be like, it makes sense why you like that, because you live by them damn things, and it's gotta interfere with your body after a while. You just can't tell me it's not.
I got EMF blockers all over my house.
Yeah.
Like when I go to sleep, like literally my phone is in a whole nother room.
Yeah, so I'm working on that one. They say you shouldn't have your phone charging next to you or being around you while you're sleeping. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I fall asleep watching this phone sometimes. I like last night, after a while. At first, I was trying to get myself to calm down. So I started like writing some stuff on my phone, or I started looking up some stuff and, getting some things together. And I'm usually mostly on my phone doing activities where it's a device. Like I'm not always just sitting there scrolling. But I do find myself going from app to app to app, you know, in that circular pattern. I try to keep keep it down to a certain amount of apps that I'm actually in on. I refuse to add Twitter and Snapchat and whatever else. Like when they tell me it's a new one to be on, I'd be like, all right, bet. But I'm on the ones that I'm on, and I try to be on them for a reason. But I do find myself falling into the entertainment of it and caught in the loop, and you have to break that loop, and sometimes it is hard. It is, not gonna lie.
I will suggest for everybody out here, anybody who's still listening, who's listening to
nobody's
to
left. Like everybody is still. The only people that are gone are the people on the radio. Everybody, like on my side where I can see how many people are actively watching and interacting, nobody's left. We're all here.
I was going to say, like, I would. I'm not promoting the company. I don't work for the company. I never have worked for the company. But there's a company called the Grounding Company.
Grounding, like GROW.
Grounding, yeah, GROUND.
Okay.
ING.
Okay.
They have sheets that literally you can plug in to your wall. They have the expanded ones, and then they have the wireless ones. I'll say this: once I got them for myself and my boys, they literally grew a couple inches within a couple months, as well as they are more focused when they leave here. They're here. They're with me.
Wait, hold on. Wait, go back. What are these things? Like sheets, like bed sheets?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're looking like the Grounding Company. They send me stuff all the time because I've been buying some of this stuff. Now, at the time, my ex-wife, she's like, I'm not spending that type of money on these sheets. And I'm like, okay. I said, since I got sheets in the boys' rooms at my house, I said, you haven't noticed how clear they are? Because I ground every morning. Sunshine, before I turn you on in the morning, I'm outside with my feet in the ground. So I've been grounding for years, for a long time. That current, you're supposed to get that every day. The problem with society as of today, we wear shoes everywhere. You have shoes for everything. You know, you have shoes on. So no one's, like, I know a lot of neighborhoods that don't even have grass anywhere around. So it's like the concrete jungle for real. This particular company, like I said, the sheets plug into the foundation and the grounding mechanism that's in everybody's house and apartment. You sleep on these sheets, you wake up clear, less brain fog, like the addictive patterns that you've been accustomed to have a tendency to just kind of melt away. When I say my boys, they slept on it the first 2 days. They were asking me questions that I had to research.
That's what's up.
I think I'm a pretty smart person, but I'm looking at them like, okay, what the hell happened? These 2 young boys were sleeping on their sheets. Like, after I used it, I felt better. I woke up like I'm ready to take on the world. There's I'm trying to think of the other company. They make the natural sheets as well, but they weren't as.
Are they on Amazon?
No, they sell privately.
I'm being
they
an
got
ass.
their own little website. Yeah, the Grounding Company.
Yeah, that's definitely not. If they know better, don't put that on Amazon. But yeah, I feel you. I'm looking at the time, and I know I got another show coming up, so I got to go ahead and get out of here. But first of all, Big Red, I don't know if you noticed, but every time I see your videos pop up, I watch them and then I repost them. So keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing the same thing I'm trying to do. Just get information out to people and spread positivity and love. So if you guys are not following Big Red Leads on YouTube or Charles Butler on Facebook, you absolutely need to. I repost him as often as I possibly can, and that's anytime I see it come past my screen. But yeah, the Grounding Company. That's what he said it is. The name of the company is the Grounding Company. You spelled it right.
Grounding Company. I mean, I'm letting everybody know they're a little pricey. However, I would pay.
Can you wash them? Like, since they're something that plugs in, do you still wash them in the washing machine?
Yes, you take it's got a little attachment, and you just take that apart, and then you just wash the sheets.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the other company, they have silver in the lining, which kind of helps with the grounding process as well. So, but yeah, they're a little pricey, but like I said, I'm telling you right now, one night of sleeping on one of those sheets, you'd be like, I could have paid 3 times as much. Like, it's sunshine. Just you and your hubby just kind of look into it. Anybody listening, just look into it. Trust me. If you got growing children, which children are still growing, trust me, my boy.
I'm a growing child. Shit.
Okay, I'm just saying. I about lost my mind because they went through 3 shoe sizes in 2 months, both of them.
That's what's up. I don't think I want my kids to grow too much more though. My son already looking me in my eye, and I feel like it's real disrespectful. Because how is you my height? I don't like that. He's 13. How is you looking me in my eye? I don't even like that. That's disrespectful as hell. But
I don't like it either.
Big
Red. I don't like it either.
Big Red, we want to thank you as always for tuning in. We absolutely appreciate the good information. And like I keep saying this, but I'm gonna be calling you soon because I've been doing actually what I'm about to talk about. You're gonna be proud of me. You're gonna be proud of me. I make sure that when I call you, I got good things that I did the homework from the last time. And we ain't talked in about 6 months. So it's about time for me to call you and tell you where I'm at right now.
Yeah, we talked 2.5 months ago.
2.5? That's see. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm doing good then. The times is getting shorter and shorter in between when I'm saying let's talk again.
I know. I'm waiting on the call. Like I said, if the phone's busy, then I'm probably on another call. But yeah.
I can't wait till I can be like, all right, I'm ready to take your class. That's what I'm aiming up for. I want to take the class. So
sell.
Yeah. I got it. We getting there. So I'm gonna talk to you later. I appreciate you.
All right, sweetie.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
So, you guys, one of the things that I have been working on that Big Red always talks about, marketing is different than sales. I said a long time ago on Facebook, maybe a couple of years ago, and I told y'all that it was something that I was going to work on and it was something that I wanted to do. I finally wrote my book, y'all. I wrote my book. My book is done. It's on my website. You can get it at allhustlenofear.com. I actually have another one that I'm working on. I was working on 2 of them at the same time, but one of them was a little bit more important for me to get done than the other. But yeah, I wrote my book. I am very happy. I'm about to start marketing the book so that I can get sales. But to let you guys know about it now, the book is called How to Start Your Own Radio Show. Why wouldn't I? I drop a lot of the different tools that I use, things that I've learned over the last 5 years as far as being on radio or creating a podcast. You can use all of this information interchangeably. But if there's anybody out there who wants to know how I've gotten where I've gotten, or some of the things that I've done, or where my mindset is on a lot of different things, it's a really easy read. I made sure it wasn't something that was going to take up a whole lot of your time. But it's just a nice book to just sit down. It's an ebook, but it's just a nice ebook to just sit down and read through and kind of go back and find out different things on how to approach organizing and creating a consistently good product. And I think that's the biggest thing that people need to know about, how to do this consistently and how to build the foundation so that you can stand on it and it makes sense. That's what my book is about. So if you're curious and you want to get a little bit more information, you can visit my website, like I said, at allhustlenofear.com. The book is only $9.99, and I'm very proud of it. So, thanks bunches. I appreciate y'all. And the next thing that I have as far as marketing the book, you'll be seeing more Instagram videos of me, just showing you what I'm doing, explaining what I'm doing, and then marketing it back referring you back to the website so that you can have the sale, right? That's what Big Red teaches. Also, I'll be coming up with a podcasting 101 class that I'll be offering to individuals to come here to the radio station, and I'll show you different things that I'm doing, and I'll base each class off of one aspect. Last night I kind of utilized one of our shows and was just talking to him and showed him one of the ways that I repost and I create my content, and he was like, yeah, I need this in a class. And I was like, okay, bet. So this is exactly, because that's one of those things I was teaching. I was like, so I'm on the right path. Everybody out there has information, but sometimes it's just about who's giving you the information and how you can connect with them, and you learn just a little bit better or you learn more. So like I said, more than anything, I'm happy that I did something that I said I wanted to do. I said I wanted to write a book. I wrote a book, and you can't take that away from me. I've got a book. I did that. And I got another one that'll be coming out soon. It's going to be a motivational book, and I'm working on the marketing for that around that as well, instead of just putting it out there. So y'all, I really do appreciate y'all staying after class. We definitely took this a little bit further than we usually do, but the conversation needed to be had, and it was a good one. So I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I'm going to leave y'all with some music. And after that, go on about your day and talk about some good things that's going on, and ask some people. I would love to hear you ask some people, hey, what's your good, bad, and funny for today? Like, what's going on in your life? What's your good, bad, and funny? This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. And here is Trans Lee with Soul Shaker. I love this song.
Can't let my heart show on my sleeve. Ain't next to gold yet from the streets. Spin round the block like I got beef. Baby, I'm like that, you gon' see. These are words of affirmation. You should want me to be more than another situation. You should want me to be more than another situation.
Yeah, we double drinking, the vibe is peaking, we geeking. It's something speaking straight to my soul, fully breathing. She got the feeling like 90s R&B, I'm tweaking. To ever leave her, it probably never be a reason. A soul shaker, a twerker, a business owner, a real friend that's still cool if you don't talk, you grown up. A love pusher, peace empowerment, mamacita. Back when I met her, she was sipping a limerita. A forward thinker, still be throwing it back on me. And if I'm lagging, she gon' pick up that slack for me.
Can't let my heart show on my sleeve. Ain't missed the gold yet from the streets. Spin round the block like I got beef. Baby, I'm like that, you gon' see. These are words of affirmation. You should want me to be more than another situation. You should want me to be more than another situation.
Big booty, slapping it when you get moody. Confident, you never tripping, I get groupie. Never dolo, ride with me even on promo. Album cover, even help me design logo. A fresher too, in it cause we got deeper roots. Remember boo, them balconies in our birthday suit. That yellow coupe, Los Angeles in that Pikachu. I peeked at you, and now I'll forever see the truth.
My heart show on my sleeve. Ain't missed the gold yet from the streets. Spin round the block like I got beef. Baby, I'm like that, you gon' see. These are words of affirmation. You should want me to be more than another situation. You should want me to be more than another situation. You should want me, but maybe I'm from the wrong generation.
All right, now we gotta go. That's the end of the show, but you already know. Don't do nothing I would do, and if you do, take pictures.